Adapting Study Strategies, Reading Course Material, the Academic Success Center, University of Toronto. How many of you were told, when you let people know you were coming here, that it was going to be so much harder than anything you'd ever done before? In fact, university isn't that much harder than high school. You wouldn't have been admitted if someone didn't think that you had a pretty good chance of passing, even of excelling. But you probably will have to adapt old study strategies to suit your new academic environment. If you're spending a lot of time on your studies and not getting the results you want, maybe it's time to reevaluate your study strategies. Think, for instance, about where you can improve. Maybe reading course material and taking lecture notes, or how about anticipating test content or improving test-taking strategies? One of the first things to ask yourself is whether you're reading strategically. Reading is the black hole of university life. It will absorb any amount of time and energy you give it. Use your first test as an indicator. Have you been making the best use of your textbook? Did you know what you were looking for? Did you identify what was most important? And did you develop a system of note-taking that allowed you to review key concepts, ideas, and facts? Do you understand the difference between skimming or surveying, which involves getting an overview of your text, reading, which involves identifying key terms, concepts, and examples, and studying, which involves your engaging with the material actively, learning, memorizing, understanding, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating? Use sample test questions to identify the types of material from your text that you'll be responsible for. Develop a system for flagging key terms and concepts. Put pencil marks or post-it notes next to key terms and concepts. If you're working with online PDF files, think about getting a good annotating app. Copy the key terms or concepts onto flashcards that you can study from later. Write a term on the front of the card and then maybe a definition and, if possible, an example on the back. Try to develop comfort and proficiency with the material in your textbook. One way to do this is to make time to meet with friends from class to talk about what you've read. When you're reading, try not to just read for content, but read to figure out how experts in your discipline think. After attending lectures, go back and read your text over carefully to supplement lecture notes, correct mistakes, and gain a better understanding of the material. In summary, after your first test, you might want to adapt your reading method, if necessary. This could entail identifying key vocabulary in your subject, understanding concepts and general arguments, and understanding how ideas are developed, tested, and defined by objective evidence.